Hey, what is going on, folks? I'm back with my two trifold boards with another toy review. This time I have Rowdy Roddy Piper, Hall of Fame. Awesome action figure. Unfortunately, there's a lot of glare, but you can see there's a blue background. Class of 2005. Excited to open this figure, so let's get to it. Alright, so brief description about the box. So it's a window box. It has a blue background. You get the WWE logo on the back, Hall of Fame graphic on the bottom, Rowdy Roddy Piper graphic on the side. You also get a couple of graphics of Rowdy Roddy Piper on the side as well. Class of 2005. It's a longer graphic on this side. That would be the right side. And then on the left side, you get another graphic with graphic of Rowdy Roddy Piper on a gold backdrop. Really nice. And then on the back, it's a bigger illustration of Rowdy Roddy Piper, same photo. Then you get this graphic on the bottom. If you want to read it, just pause the video and you can read that on the bottom. The other people who are also in this line is Diesel, George the Animal Steel, and Jake the Snake Roberts, which I'm really excited about. I haven't seen him in stores yet, unfortunately, but he looks awesome. Big fan of him. I haven't seen this guy. I've seen pictures of him on Instagram, and he looks amazing. Diesel, unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of the the toys. I saw him and just it didn't pique my interest, unfortunately. Yeah, so let's open this guy up and take a look. So go. All right, that was an easy pull. So here's a tray shot, and it looks like he comes with some soft goods. So let's pull him out. Oh, there you go. Rough landing, huh? All right, so we get a Roddy Piper with a soft goods t-shirt. Really cool. His kilt is pulled all the way up. One thing about that shirt though is it's super 80s. I mean, if you want to sum up the graphic t-shirts of the 80s, just look at the Hot Rod t-shirt and you'll get all the information you need. Out the t-shirts back in the day, really cool. It has it's a white shirt with red trim. It's pretty shiny. I don't know what type of material they use for this shirt. I want to say polyester. Maybe because it doesn't deteriorate as often or as frequently or at a rapid rate. I was searching for the words, just spewing words out there that didn't really make any sense, but they don't deteriorate as rapidly as maybe a cotton or a wool. I think wool would probably be expensive, but look at the kilt. It's a soft kilt. I think it goes into these go into some type of pegs here. Let's see here if I could peg that in there. Seems to be, let's see here, get that in there. Okay, oh well, I'll just take the kilt off and look at that. Really cool. Now he has his blue trunks, of course. The shirt is relatively easy to take off. You can always, I think it's Velcro on the back. There you go. Alright, so let's take a look at the physique. Let's pull this shirt off. And early on in his career, man, he was super built. I mean, he was pretty buff. I mean, later on in his career, I don't think he went to the gym as often. He was much slimmer, less muscle mass, but you know, he was still pretty big. But early on in his career, man, he was pretty huge. And I think this is a representation of early on in his career. I mean, he was built, man. I mean, look at the images between him and Macho Man when they had their feud. Man, he had a lot of mass on him. You know, compared to the 90s, I mean, later on in his career, he didn't have as much muscle mass, but I mean, what he lacked in muscle mass, he had a lot of skill on the microphone, and that's what he's known for, is that microphone skill. So that face sculpt or that face scan is pretty awesome, knowing that, you know, his bread and butter was his microphone skills. I don't think I have a microphone available with me. Nope, not at this moment. But when I do, I'll drop it in later videos, I promise. But really cool. I mean, you have this hand, so you have a hand with you know, that you could put a microphone in there if you want. Then he has also a clenched fist. Really cool. So his trunks, and he just has the outfit that he wore during the 80s. So this is the appropriate attire that he would wear. Let me see if I can move around this ankle. Okay, so that looks a bit weird right here. So this left ankle, there seems to be a pretty big gap in between the shin. You can see that? That's pretty noticeable. I mean, yeah, that is pretty noticeable. I don't know if that's mine or if I have a defective one or what. But unfortunately, you can't really see that when it's in the box. The left foot, I mean, actually the right foot, it's left from your point of view, but that doesn't look so bad. But the right one, it just looks off. I don't know if you guys see that. I mean, look at the front of the foot to the front of the shin. It's a pretty big gap there. And on the back. I mean, the back is more distinct. But that's alright. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just, we'll deal with it. But awesome. He does have, it looks like they use this mold for the guys who have, you know, this similar build. So it looks like they reuse the mold and the trunks too. But as far as like the overall makeup of the figure, this looks like Roddy Piper to me. I mean, he looks great. I don't think they used the same type of torso that they did with Finn Balor. This looks a bit larger. But let me bring another figure here in comparison. Alright, so we got the Roddy Piper on the left hand, and I got my Ric Flair on the right. Okay, it looks like Ric Flair is, you know, he is much more defined. So they're probably not using the same mold as Roddy Piper as they're using for Ric Flair. Or I could be wrong. It might be the same mold. No, it's not. Definitely isn't. I mean, look, it's much more muscular. Look at that. He's so much more defined on the right hand side. So yeah, I mean, it looks great though. I mean, this just spells Roddy Piper to me. I mean, he looks great. I like the hair sculpt and the face sculpt is great. I like the expression. You know, a lot of people don't like the animated faces for their figures, but I tend to disagree. You know, they tend to, a lot of people like the stoic faces, but I mean, this guy, man, he was intense all the time. I mean, you can put him in the same boat as maybe a Macho Man. I mean, Macho Man was also, you know, to a higher extent, you know, he was much more intense, but I mean, this guy was intense on a different on a different plane. I mean, he would just come up with witty comebacks, and sometimes he would go too far. You know, a lot of things that he did back in the day, you couldn't get away with now. So yeah, really awesome. I mean, he looks like he captured his likeness really well. All right, so I'm just gonna put him here. Let's put him back here. If you could hear the sirens in the background, I apologize. Yeah, I get a lot of sirens around here, but that's maybe because of you know, that's Roddy Piper's promo. They probably heard one of his promos and they're coming by. But let's stand him next to Ric Flair. Let's do that. Maybe for that matter, let's put AJ Styles right there too. That's cool. Maybe we'll put Austin Aries in the background. There you go. And then maybe we'll put a Samoa Joe in the background too. How's that? All right. So that's my Roddy Piper for the day. For the day, as if I had multiples every day. But that's my toy review for the day. Awesome action figure. I think he's available at Target. That's where I picked them up. Really cool. There's also other few guys in the line. I think I'm more excited about the Jake the Snake. Those two are the ones I really wanted, Jake the Snake and Roddy Piper. So I hope you enjoyed the review. Till next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye now.